When at least two atoms interact in a way that forms chemical bonds, we call those molecules. Let's take a look at a single molecule of glucose, C6H12O6, shown here written in its molecular formula. This is one molecule of glucose, and the little subscripts beside each of the atoms indicate the number of each of those types of atoms. So one molecule of glucose contains 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. So there's a total of 24 atoms in the single molecule of glucose. Molecules often interact with each other in a way that form reactions, and chemical reactions are often written like sentences, like you see here in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis occurs when plants use carbon dioxide and water to make glucose and oxygen gas. So the direction of the arrow indicates the direction of the reaction, and those items that are on the left side of the arrow are what we call the reactants, those things that are going to react with each other, and on the right side of the arrow are the products of the reaction. Now the numbers to the left of 3 of these molecules in the reaction indicate the number of molecules formed. So taking a look at carbon dioxide, we see that there are 6 molecules of carbon dioxide on the reactant side of the equation. Now we want to eventually balance this reaction, or make sure that it's balanced, in other words, meaning that there are the same number and type of atoms on both sides of the arrow. So if we want to start counting the number and types of atoms, we would look at each molecule individually. A single molecule of CO2 contains 1 atom of carbon and 2 atoms of oxygen. So if we have 6 of these molecules of carbon dioxide, then we have 6 carbon atoms and 12 oxygen atoms. Okay, let's do the same for water. We also see that there are 6 molecules of water in the reactants, and since each molecule of water contains 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, then 6 molecules of water would thus contain 12 hydrogen atoms and 6 oxygen atoms. Okay, so let's see how many of each kind we have on the reactant side. So far we have 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, and 18 oxygen atoms. Now if we quickly go through the products, we see the absence of a big number to the left of the glucose molecule, and that just means that one single glucose molecule is produced in this reaction, and that glucose molecule contains 6 carbon atoms and 12 hydrogen atoms. And then to do the oxygens, you would combine those 6 oxygen atoms in glucose with the 12 oxygen atoms that are produced in the oxygen gas to get 18 oxygen atoms total on the product side. Thus we see that this reaction is balanced. There are the same number of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms on both sides of the equation, and that's what we call a balanced chemical reaction.